I thought you could hear the music, and I was not reading the chat messages. Sorry for the inconvenience. I hope everyone is doing great. And I see the recording has just started, and as we are waiting for a few people to just join us, why not get started? Uh, so I'm going to run today's stand-up. I guess probably my first time to put my camera on, except the first day of week 0. So I hope you guys are doing great. So we want to hear from everybody how they are doing, and also what's the update. So I want to do it in this way today. So I will start probably having like 2 volunteers to share on the yesterday's guest talk, like 2 people. Then I will try to look at different groups. I will probably call the group number. Then one person from the group will share what's the updates in their group. Then after that, we also be able to share the individual updates. So why not get started? Do we have before we start, do we have any announcements? Yeah. Do we have any announcement from the team? Maybe is Arun here? Or from the tutor? Maybe Mary as well. Do you have announcement before we start?
None from my end.
Okay, great. So let's have 2 people volunteers. Yesterday we had a very nice guest talk from Mwikari, our batch 3 alumna. So people were excited, I believe, and people just joined. Not everybody, but most people joined. I see Gezahene, and also Martin. Let's start from Gezahene, sharing us with the take from yesterday's guest talk. Gezahene?
Okay, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, to give you some updates about our yesterday. Since this week is expected to have a group work, we have meetings which is pre-scheduled. So we introduce ourselves with each other using some metrics with full name, with where are we from, educational background, nicknames, and the like. Plus technical strings. We have introduced each other with such metrics, and after having an introduction, we were able to break down our tasks and distribute to each other. Based on that, task 1 was expected to have some basic concepts for the rest of the tasks. So we decided to work together on codes plus documentations. To the task 2, we have 2 sections. We assign our teammates Daisy and Amon for the first task 2.1, and me and Hikma, which is one of our teammate, for the task 2.2. And after we complete this, we are expected to have some meetings and revise our state, and we go to task 3. This is what our expectation. Based on that, we have created and work on manageable Git repository. We have created issues for based on task distributions. We have created a Google document to work together on documentations, and everything is now goes smoothly. In regard to my situation, I try to complete some tasks from non-technical, which is I think my duty. It's not a group work. Today we have a plan to summarize our interim report and make it ready for submission. And we have a plan to work on coding on classical and sequential A/B testing, and it's expected to complete by midnight. Before that, we have a plan to have a meeting, and we will have a discussion how to go through classical and sequential A/B testings. We have a plan to after that, one of our agenda will be we are going to create some common understanding which is related to Git issue creations and conflict management, DVC, data version control, and the like. We will try to clarify some technical or statistical concepts too. This is our state for now, and upon this I have two questions. The first question, maybe Mary take a response for this. The first question is, can we have a private meeting with tutors? Some people may have some challenges on some technical issues, so that if we didn't have enough time to support them, we want to connect them with tutors if it is possible. So this is my first question. And the second one is the interim report is submitted in group or just individually as usual? This is my two questions. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gazain. What's your first one regarding the assigning to tutors? Gazain, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, thank you for sharing how the group is going and how you're doing. I hope you are on track on submitting today, right?
Yes.
So can you repeat your first question?
My first question is, for example, some people have some ML deployment skill, and some people have some DVC management and implementation skill. But due to time constraint, we may not have able to communicate and share the information in each of them. So in this case, we want to have some tutorials from tutors and academic tutors. So the meeting will be expected to be private. So can we have that? Does those tutors can have a meeting with individuals?
Arun, you have something? Are you on the call? You have something to tell on this? Or anybody from the tutors? Do you think this is feasible?
I think for the cautious of time, we can take that into consideration and kind of like reach out to the tutors to see the feasibility of like groups contacting them privately, then get back to you, Geza. Would that work?
Okay, that's good.
Okay. So then your second one was?
The second one is regarding to the interim report. Are we going to submit individually or just by the name of our group with single link or document?
So maybe before I hand it to someone from the tutoring team, I guess on the instruction as you have to work on the group, but the submission is independent, I believe. But then hear from the other team as well.
Okay.
Maybe someone from the tutoring team. Is here Anastasia? So
hello.
Okay. Yeah, we can hear you.
Hello. Good morning, everyone. So, yes, you'll be doing especially the GitHub repo as a group. But if you are using an organization, each one of the team members will submit the link individually, but the report should be done individually.
Great. I see Martin with the hand. Go ahead.
Uh, all right. Thank you. So, on my side, basically what I've been working on yesterday was majorly with I was doing most of the sequential A/B testing together with my team, and we have really made some progress, especially on the document that was requested for. Then today we want to ensure that we are able to complete the modeling. That is what we want to complete. We had already divided the tasks, and now we just are winding up on the modeling so that we can be able to complete all tasks in time. Yeah, that's it on my side. Thank you.
So, any brokers from your group?
No. We do not have any.
Okay. So, thank you, Martin, from sharing, and I guess we can just hear from the rest of the groups. I see Faith Wagile with the hand.
Yeah, sorry. Thank you for the opportunity. Yesterday, sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, yesterday I focused more on task 1 and working on what we are to submit today. And with my group, group 5, we distributed tasks, and actually before this meeting we met to brainstorm what we found and share resources and help each other with task 1, and then plan for the rest of the week how we're going to continue with the further tasks. And now we are on track. We have GitHub repo, and I think we'll be able to submit on time tonight.
Great. So glad that you have meeting together, and also I'm glad to see that everyone is on track from your group. So do you have any broker from the group?
No brokers yet, but we had to spend a lot of time refreshing about hypothesis testing and those statistic concept in this challenge. But yeah, we are good.
So Mary, is it you? I saw the hand from Khan Academy.
Yeah. So I just wanted to make, sorry, I missed the announcement bit. A quick announcement regarding the group leads that we have, so that everybody is on the same page. Is that okay with you, or can I do it later? Okay. So I just wanted to make a quick announcement. In our groups, we have created, or we have nominated some group leaders. So if you check on the challenge working document in your teams, you see their names that are in bold, that are bolded. So it was a random pick, and the essence of having group leads, these group leads, they're going to be helping us in terms of like group members, to coordinate the group members in case you're having trouble with anything. Maybe you cannot, something has come up, maybe you're not feeling well, maybe things that arise within your group. You're welcome to inform your team leader, so that we know your welfare, we know what's going on with you, and the team leader will be able to inform us. So I hope that's very clear. And if you have any questions regarding this, I think I've already informed the group leaders. We can address them at the end. So over to you, Everest.
So thank you, Mary, for touching on that. So the group reads are just random, but what we want to make sure is when we have a group, it's better to have somebody who can be like a representative, maybe speak to on behalf of the team, maybe be able to raise the questions and also help in organization, stuff like that. So I guess it's a great opportunity, and thank you, Mary, for organizing this. So let's keep hearing from the updates from you guys. So anyone who wants to share from the other groups as well. It will be great if someone who is going to share is from other groups, apart from those people who talk, Kezahen, Martin, and Faith. So let's hear from others, because today's or these weeks activities are on group work. So it will be great to learn from or hear from the other groups. So anyone from the other groups who is willing to share before I start speaking people? Then, yes, Matilda.
Hello, good morning, guys. I hope you're doing well today. So firstly, thank you for nominating me as a group leader. So the progress from our group, we have managed to complete task 1.1, and we are almost halfway on task 1.2. So we're hoping to complete on it maybe by midday, and then we will get to task 2, which is the machine modeling. So that's where we're at, and it's been nice working together. And just one challenge that we've been facing is most of us are pretty new to GitHub, so we're not sure on how collaborating works. So maybe if someone can try and explain to us how we can be able to work collaboratively in the GitHub repo, I'll appreciate. Thank you.
Thank you, Matilda. So I guess thank you for sharing the challenge. I guess people from the core are hearing that. You can probably reach out to probably one person from another group. So as I believe they can help in regarding to the collaboration on the GitHub, if you have to do that.
Okay, thank you.
Can that be great? Yeah, Binyam.
Okay, good morning, guys, and good morning, Everest. Okay, to give you an update on my team's progress, we've completed task 1 right now, and we're currently trying to divide up the tasks, the following tasks. That means 2 and above. Regarding blockers, we currently don't have any blockers. I'm not sure if my teammates have any question, but that's where we stand right now.
So do you think you're on track to submitting today?
Yeah, we are on track to submitting today. But I have one question. You reminded me. Does today's submission include the task 2.1 or task 2 in general?
You mean for today's submissions?
Yeah, Malat. Yeah, the Google Classroom says that we need to submit a GitHub link for MLOps. I'm not sure what that means. Does it include task 2? Because MLOps is not part of task 1, but the Google Classroom submission link requires us to submit that.
Yeah, I saw the question on Slack, and many people are asking that. So as I can continue on that, I guess after the call, so I'm going to collaborate with the tech support and also to tutors, and also to announce how it's going to be in terms of submission. But before we do that, I guess we can also hear from the tutors, like Anastasia is having the hand on. Maybe if she can clarify on that.
Okay, so we did have that issue of the MLOps for interim submission, But if you look at the submission link again, that task has been updated to reflect what will be expected exactly. It is no longer MLOps, just basically like a design, just a pipeline design, just your header code, even the fact that you've actually modularized some of your code and a scikit pipeline. So we won't be requiring more of task 2, but just like a basic structure.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Anastasia. I guess some also people who are not yet on the call can have that announced on Slack, so they can know what's expected as well. And also thank you, Biniam, for asking that on this call, and thank you, Anastasia, for clarifying.
Thank you.
So let's hear from other people. Will be great. We have 12 groups, and I'm not sure if you guys shared according to the groups, but it would be great to hear other groups how they are doing. Let's see the volunteers from them instead of picking people randomly. We have some person from other groups. Just Didier.
Okay, hello everyone. So just to give an update from my side and as well as from my team, we are all working on task 1 right now. We have been meeting frequently and trying to understand more about the challenge that has been given on the challenge document. I think one of the blockers that one of my teammates actually faced is that he was having an issue with his computer, but I think it's fixed now, and we hope to submit the challenge document as well as our GitHub repo by today. Quick question that I have is, I think Raf asked it on Slack in the morning. On one section of the challenge document, it says that the interim submission has 12 to maximum of 2 pages, but on the end it says it has 12 about 3 pages max, and it would be great if we could get an answer on the PDF submission.
Great. Before they give you an answer, so do you think you're on track for today?
Yes.
Okay.
I hope
nice.
we are on track and we'll be able to submit all the challenges by today.
Great. I'm sorry to hear that one of your team has a challenge of the computer. So this is something that happens always. Can either happen on you individually. It can also happen when you're working with the group. The key here is just to communicate and let the team know that you're struggling, so they are aware and be able to support you when necessary. So regarding your question in terms of what's expected to submit on the report, Anastasia, do you have something to add or to clarify on that?
Sorry, I didn't get that. You're asking what should be submitted on the report?
No, it says that on the challenge document, it says that you have to submit a maximum of 2 pages for the interim report submission. It also says that you have to submit a maximum of 3 pages at the end of the challenge document.
Oh, okay, so maybe we'll just clarify that. It must be a conflict in the document. We'll just get back to you on Slack with the exact number of pages required. Sorry for the conflict.
Okay, thanks.
Great. Thank you, Anastasia, and thank you, Didier, for the question and also sharing. Let's hear from Margaret. Margaret, I see your hand.
Hi everyone. So
hi.
My team and I created a space to collaborate on GitHub, and then how we planned to tackle the task is to divide and conquer. So everyone assigned different tasks and then go finally merge it, and hopefully we'll be able to submit by today.
Okay, great. So do you see any broker that can lead you to submitting late?
If they arise, I think we'll just talk it out with the group and see how to fix it.
Thank you for sharing, Margaret.
Thank you.
So Naldos, thank you for raising the hand, and also the next one is by Biruk. So let's start by Nardos.
Good morning, everyone. How are you doing?
Good morning.
So far, I think we're on track. We have broken down the tasks, and we've all each taken our own tasks and still communicating together. We also have a meeting after the sessions, so we're communicating well, and we have broken down the tasks, and I think we're on track. There are some tasks that maybe we need more work, more research, but I think it's good.
Thank you. Okay, thank you, Nardos. I'm glad to see that you're on track, and I hope that your team is also doing great. Let's hear from Biruk also.
Hello, everyone. I hope you can hear me well.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, so in my end, we had our second meeting this morning. We have a very interesting discussion, and regarding our progress, well, we are almost done on the submission, and today, personally, I plan to complete the interim report, and we already divide the tasks for each group member, and we are really working fine, and that's where we are.
Nice. Thank you, Shelly, for sharing, Biruk, and glad to hear that you are also on track. So I guess most groups are just talk, unless if you're remaining for others. It will be great to hear from each group. So we don't have to mention the group number, but it will be great to just be able to end the call with like hearing from each group. Then after that, we still have time. We welcome other questions, individual questions, and also individual updates as well. So let's see if we have some other group to share. And thank you, Brooke, for sharing. I see Miraku. Can you go ahead with the updates from the group?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
So to keep you an update, we have been working on the tasks separately, and we have been communicating regularly. So I believe we are on track. And yeah, I think we'll be able to finish the task on time. So regarding to blockers, one of our members was having a power issue, so we was able to cover him for him. So we are keeping in touch. So that's all I have.
Can you share us a little bit how you probably are covering him? Or
so he was having a power issue, so we was able to share what we did, and he was catching up. So.
Yeah, that's nice. So that's also another example of making a cohesive team, and also another way to just solve any problem that can arise in a group. Someone from the group can get sick. Someone from the group can face another issue, like power issues. Sometimes the system from their end can crash. So it's always to be ready for such challenge and also have a backup. As long as the group has an objective to meet, the objective, the deadline, of course, one of them, and also another objective to submit quality work. So when you have that as a group, and also having the way to handle some challenges that can arise, it's a great thing. Thank you for sharing, Miracle. And also, let's hear from Stella. I see your hand.
Okay, good morning. I hope that you can hear me.
Good morning, we can hear you.
Okay, so for my group, we had meetings yesterday. We approached task 1 and also discussed our solutions, and also decided to work on our reports today. We also came up with our GitHub repository as a collaboration, and we've already started working on tasks for the submissions today. We also had a blocker. I was having power issues, so we decided to share our contacts instead, and in case anyone is not online, so that we can just find a way of communicating. Yeah.
So like a backup way of communications, I like that. It's also another way, like another strategy to help the team be like be more cohesive and also be able to collaborate when you have an issue. Maybe there's a backup way to communicate that. They say the phone call, the chat, they say Telegram, WhatsApp as well. So Stella, do you understand what is expected to be submitted today?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes, we've already started working on it. We shared our tasks. We're also working on different bits, and so that we can now have our final meeting today to discuss on the progress and submit the tasks by night.
Great, nice to hear. Thank you for sharing as well. So I believe that we probably crossed many groups. I can't track how each group has just shared. Or then here, like in 3 to 5 minutes, if we remaining with some other groups who are yet to share. Do we have any other groups, guys? I really believe that most groups have shared. I see Ebo. Ebo, your turn, please.
Hello, guys. I have a question. For today's MLOps summary, for today's MLOps project, do we need to build other repo outside the main project, or do we have to continue on the existing repository?
So I guess someone from the teaching team, Anastasia, do you have something on this, or Desmond?
I do. I can say something. Okay, so Yabebal made this clear on the broadcast channel that we'll only be using one repository per challenge. So that means just one repository for each week. You can create branches, maybe different folders for different tasks, but you have to do it in only one repository.
Able, do you get it? Or anyone else with the same question? Yeah, that's great. So it's here from Selam.
So for task 2, it says A/B test MLOps, create A/B test MLOps repository. So are we going to rename the repository that we are working on task 1?
Thank you, Selam. It would be great to hear from the tutoring team because most of these questions are technical, and I see Desmond and also Anastasia. Desmond, are you on the floor? So probably Desmond is not available. So Anastasia, can you also please apologies for asking you to answer most of the questions, but it's really a pleasure to have you on the call today.
I just can Selam just maybe pardon that question. I don't think I got it.
On the task 2, it says that we have to create a repository and we have to add the code we have been working on to that repository on task 2. since we have to create A/B test email lobs. So if we are going to do on one repository, are we going to rename the repository we are working on so far, or are we going to create an additional repository?
You could rename the repository since we'll be only having one repository, or do it like I've said in another branch or on a folder. There is only one repository for this week. Does that make it clear, Salam?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So I hope you got the question, Salam. Do you have any other person with the questions? Yeah, Todros.
I just missed Anastasia's explanation earlier. Can you please explain what's included in the email pipeline design for today's interim submission?
So you're referring to task 2, Todros?
Yeah, for today's interim submission, it says we should include an email pipeline design. I didn't quite understand what should be included in that.
Tewodros, I've also seen that inquiry on Slack. I will get back to you with a detailed, something more detailed. At the moment, I'll not be able to give you detail, but I'll get back to you on Slack.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
So you probably also, for those, if you haven't asked the question to Slack, you can probably ask that to Slack so they can keep reminding of the questions. I guess the tutors are kind of busy, then they cannot follow up, and they're probably easy to remember the question from before. But if you can drop the question to the Slack channel, it would be great as well. Maybe the other colleagues and also team can be able to support. And also when the tutor responds, it also benefits the community as well. So let's see if you have any other person. It can be a question, technical question, but also another question you're facing. It can also question be related to other tasks that you are supposed to do. Let's say career challenges as well. So it looks like no other questions, and I'm really glad that you guys are managing the group. The group working in group can be challenging, but it's also rewarding because it's a great opportunity to learn from members. It's a great opportunity to grow as individual, as you get to learn from other teams' strengths and also be able to contribute. It is good when the team just submits something really with high standard, and you feel like empowered to be part of the delivers, people who have just delivered the product or the deliverable. So one thing that I can probably comment on the submissions is regarding the deadlines. When you go to the deadlines, you will see we expect the deadline to be the submission deadline to be 8 p.m. but you will see 1 additional hour. So that 1 additional hour is a grace period, so it doesn't have to confuse you. So you don't have the submission deadline is still 8 p.m. but we added just 1 hour because we expect to have some challenges, some technical issues, so that in that 1 hour you can meet the deadline. So I guess that's all from my end, and thank you everyone for the attendance. So not just to take much of the time, and I guess you guys have to work hard to submit today's deliverables. I wish you well, and I will be okay to close our time in UTC. But what is on the Google Classroom is in your local time zone. So we want you to adapt on all conditions. Maybe sometimes when you go to work, you will be able to work in just a universal time zone, but some of the time zone are displayed as on your local. So that's how the Google Classroom also works. So you will be able to familiarize with this, but keep in mind that 8 p.m. is the deadline, but 1 additional hour is the grace period. Then what's displayed on Google Classroom is in a lot of time. Anastasia, do you have something to add?
Just a clarification on the number of pages for the report. You guys should do the 3 pages indicated on the G-Class submission link. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Anastasia. I hope they got that as well. So the submission 3 pages. Consider the instructions on the Google Classroom. So have a good day, guys. Enjoy working together.